So many of you have asked us directly, whether it's in messages or in emails or whatever, what kind of canner do we like to use? And today we want to share that information with you. I'm going to talk about two different canners today, and you've experienced both of them too, so you can chime in as well if you want to. But the first one I'm going to talk about is the Stovetop Presto canner.
The go-to warhorse.
Yes, and it is probably the most basic version of a stovetop canner that I have seen, but I like that. I don't like guessing like with 5 different gauges and having to pay attention to all of that. I like it simple and streamlined. So one of the ways that we pressure can our food from the garden, high tunnel, from the meat that we harvest from our farm is this way, is through pressure canning. And our stovetop canner is a good size for a, for a stovetop canner. I can fit, I think 7 quarts. I'm being put on the spot right now. I just fill it up. So 7 quarts in there. And that's a lot at one time. I'm really happy with it. I like that it is simple. It only has like, 1 pressure gauge, and it's got the weights on it. And, I always joke about this, but my daughter is the one who taught me how to can. You guys always like to give me credit for teaching Julianne how to can. Well, it's not actually true. It's the opposite. So when we got into canning years ago now, she's like, Mom, I really want to do this. I really want to take this on and like champion this. And she did, and I learned from her.
I've learned from her too.
So has Josh. So this is the, this Presto canner is the one that we really enjoy when it comes to the basic level of pressure canning.
Easy
on
to
the
function.
Stovetop and even outside on like the gas attachment outside. You can do that as well if you want to keep the aromas of canning outside.
All the humidity in canning, right?
But I want to spend a decent amount of time talking about the Presto Digital Canner.
Because electric digital canner, correct?
Yes, because it is kind of new in the grand scheme of canning for us. And it's new to the canning world in general.
It's kind of been a game changer though.
Yeah, we are like huge fans. And if you've been following our channel for any period of time, first, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. But if you've been following along, we use this digital pressure canner all the time. I'm going to talk about some of the reasons I like it so much.
It's easy.
It's
and
easy.
Oh, by the way, it's easy.
Yes, it's so super easy. When your Presto digital canner arrives at your home, you open it up, and inside it literally gives you instructions step by step, and immediately on your on your screen you are selecting water canning or pressure canning. You select one of those and you say how long you need to go for it. It takes you step by step, super user friendly. All you have to do is follow the instructions, and then especially after the first couple times, you just get it down. Another reason why I like it so much is it doesn't have to be on the stovetop. It can be plugged in on the ground, off to the side, in the dining room, whatever. It can be off of the stove. In our family, we cook and bake at home a ton. We're home a lot, and we like to make food at home, and I need my stove. And sometimes when I have the stovetop pressure canner taking up so much space, because it really does take up 2 burners pretty much because of how big it is, which is great, but because it takes up that much space, it makes it hard to prep meals and stuff, especially if you're on like a marathon of canning, which is usually how we do it.
The other thing that's really nice about it is when you plug it in and use the electric canner, it's self-regulating as far as the temperature goes. So it's going to maintain temperature. It's kind of a set it and forget it. Once it gets set up and starts going through its process, you're not trying to adjust heat underneath it and kind of babysit it like you would the canner on the stove. You're just letting the electric canner do the work for you. So once you go through the initial prompts and you get the canning process going, it holds the temperature and it does a great job. It kind of just set it and forget it and walk away, and it's not gonna blow up on you.
And it takes you through all the prompts. So even if you're just water bath canning, you make sure it's not pressurized, and you just have it on the right settings, and then they instruct you on how much water and different things like that. So it's very user friendly, especially to someone that maybe is new to canning. It's super user friendly, and we use both at the same time. So I'll have the digital canner over on the ground out of the way in the dining room, and have the stovetop pressure canner going on the stove, and you can get 2 for 1 and have it done. So I am a big fan of both. I'm not even going to say say that I like one more than the other. I think they serve different purposes,
yes,
and they can work together if you're trying to kind of expand your canning abilities. I highly recommend both of these products.
What are your experiences with pressure canning, whether it be with an electric canner or a stovetop canner? Let us know if you've had a good or bad experiences with either one of them, or what you prefer one over the other, in the comments below. And make sure to go ahead and check out the rest of the content in this 12 Days of Christmas series. We have free giveaways going on throughout the entire series, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button and follow us for more information on everyday items for your home and homestead.